Hello students, I am Dr. Prakash. I welcome you all for the presentation on e-business subject of 6th semester BBA. In this session, I will be discussing about protecting client computers. To start with, in client-server computing, the client requests a resource and the server provides that resource. A server may serve multiple clients at the same time, while a client is in contact with only one server. Both the client and server usually communicate via a computer network, but sometimes they may reside in the same system. You can see in this picture as how the client server system works. The client server computing is a computing model in which client and server computers communicate with each other over a network. In client server computing, a server takes requests from the client computers and shares its resources, applications, and or data with one or more client computers on the network, and a client is a computing device that initiates contact with the server in order to make use of a shareable resource. From the first client-server computing model introduced at Xerox PARC in the 1970s to today's highly advanced client-server computing networks, our client-server computing dictionary offers a glossary of key terms which you need to know. Now let's move on to the characteristics of client-server computing. The first one is the client-server computing works with a system of requests and responses. The client sends a request to the server and the server responds with the desired information. The second one is the client and server should follow a common communication protocol so they can easily interact with each other. All the communication protocols are available at the application layer. The third one is a server can only accommodate a limited number of client requests at a time. So it uses a system based to priority to respond to the requests. And the last one, the denial of service attacks hinder server's ability to respond to authentic client requests by inundating it with false requests. An example of a client-server computing system is a web server. It returns the web pages to the clients that requested them. Now let us see the difference between client-server computing and peer-to-peer computing. In client-server computing, a server is a central node that services many client nodes. On the other hand, in a peer-to-peer system, the nodes collectively use their resources and communicate with each other. The second one is, in client-server computing, the server is the one that communicates with the other nodes. In peer-to-peer computing, all the nodes are equal and share data with each other directly. The third one is, client-server computing is believed to be a subcategory of the peer-to-peer computing. Now let's see the advantages of client-server computing. The different advantages of client-server computing are, all the required data is concentrated in a single place, that is, the server. So, it is easy to protect the data and provide authorization and authentication. The second one is, the server need not be located physically close to the clients, yet the data can be accessed efficiently. Thirdly, it is easy to replace, upgrade or relocate the nodes in the client-server model because all the nodes are independent and request data only from the server. And fourthly, all the nodes may not be built on similar platforms, yet they can easily facilitate the transfer of data. Now let's see the disadvantages of client-server computing. The different disadvantages of client-server computing are, if all the clients simultaneously request data from the server, it may get overloaded. This may lead to congestion in the network. If the server fails for any reason, then none of the requests of the clients can be fulfilled. This leads to failure of the client-server network. And thirdly, the cost of setting and maintaining a client-server model are quite high. So with this, I'll conclude this presentation. Thank you.